Do you want to say something? Hello everyone and welcome to the Nerd Cave. A year ago I made this Fibonacci Clock project, and today I am making a smaller desktop version that uses a custom PCB provided by the sponsor of this channel, JLC PCB, which I will discuss more later in this video. Before we look at how I designed this project, let's first quickly look at what is the Fibonacci sequence and how will we use that to read the time. This is the Fibonacci sequence, and we just use the previous two numbers to get the next one. So we'll have 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, and so on. Each block on this clock is sized using the Fibonacci sequence. So like we see, we have 1, 1, 2, 3, and 5. And using addressable LEDs, we will light up these blocks and use a little bit of math to go read the time with a simple algorithm. Here is the simple algorithm. First, we need to look at the color of the block. If the block is red, we know it's only for hours, blue is for minutes, and green is for both hours and minutes, and white means it's not being used. So to read the hours, we will add all the values of the red blocks and add all the values of the green block, and that will give us the hour. Now to read the minute, we'll just add all the values of the blue block, add all the values of the green block, and multiply this by 5. So in terms of minutes, we can only read it in intervals of 5 minutes. So let's look at an example of the time. So here the red block is 1, the blue block is 2, and the green block is 5. And like we said for hours, it is the red block plus the green block. So that means it's going to be 1 plus 5, so hour is 6. And then for the minutes, it's going to be the blue plus the green, so that will be 7 times 5, that will be 35. So we can see the time here is 6:35. Now that you know how to read the time on the Fibonacci clock, let's talk about the design. I first started with the 3D model of this enclosure to make sure that the PCB will be less than 10 by 10 centimeter to reduce the cost. And after I made the sketch of the Fibonacci sequence, then I 3D modeled the enclosure, which I then sent to my 3D printer. The 3D printed parts is printed with an AMS system, and for the white parts the layer thickness is 0.4 mm, which will allow great diffusion of the light with the addressable LEDs. The schematic diagram for this project is very simple. We are using 50 addressable LEDs, and then we place it on a BCP using that DXF file from Fusion 360, and here we can see there's a 3D model of our PCB, and we will use the Raspberry Pi Pico at the bottom of the PCB. To order the PCB for this Fibonacci clock, I have used none other than JLC PCB. JLC PCB provides easy, affordable and reliable PCB and PCBA solutions, empowering electronics engineers to develop projects efficiently. JLC PCB makes it easy, affordable and reliable to bring your projects to life. It is very easy ordering from JLC PCB. You just upload your Gerber file to get the instant quote and order in minutes. JLC PCB is moving towards high performance PCBs, especially 6-layer PCBs. 6-layer PCBs are usually expensive, but right now you can get a limited $33 coupon and order boards up to 100 by 100 mm for just $2. So next time if you want to manufacture a PCB, just remember JLC PCB, as they are easy to use, affordable, and the quality is great. You can always trust JLC PCB. Here we have the PCB from JLC PCB. The first thing we need to solder on this PCB is the surface mount WS2812B addressable RGB LEDs. I bought some solder paste that comes in a syringe with a tiny nozzle so that I can squirt solder on each pad of the PCB. Then you just need to place the LED on the solder pad. Make sure to place the LED in a correct orientation. Next, we'll use a solder hot plate and set the temperature according to the solder paste specification. Make sure to use an air extractor or work in a well-ventilated area during this process. Here's the PCB after it has cooled down with all the LEDs soldered in place. The next step is to solder on two 20-pin female header pins, which will allow us to connect the Raspberry Pi Pico W to the underside of the board. A simple tip I use is a bit of blue tack to hold the header pins in place. This makes them much easier to solder accurately. First, we mount a USB-C power port into the 3D printed enclosure. Then we solder the two power wires to the PCB, which allows the clock to be powered via USB-C. Before assembling everything, we first need to connect the Raspberry Pi Pico W to the PCB. You can download the code and Gerber files for this project from my website nerdcave.xyz. Once downloaded, upload the code to the Raspberry Pi Pico. This process is very simple. Just press and hold Shift, select all 4 files, right click and say upload to, and this will upload it to the Raspberry Pi Pico W. Now the changes that you want to make is in this config.json. We will put your Wi-Fi address and your password, and then here for the datetime API, I have a video on this and instructions on the website how you can go set up your own API key. I also included this script here on my website that we can use to test all LEDs. So let's copy this one here, go to Phony, create a new file and click paste, and then we can run this. And you can see here that all our LEDs will light up. So now we can just go press stop. We can plug out our USB-C, and then we will just position this one into our enclosure here, and now we can go assemble everything. Now the assembly process is very easy. We'll just make sure that these ones line up here, and then we'll place this one in like this, and then we'll just take these screws, put it in here, and then just go tighten it. And then we'll do this for all 4 other ones, and once we are finished, we just need to go power our device and our clock will work. So here all the screws are in place, and we'll just plug in our USB-C like this. And then it should show here purple, which will mean it is booting up. And then if the Wi-Fi is okay, it should show a blue color. If not, it will be yellow, and then it will sync the time and show yellow. And then here we can see it is showing the time. If you do decide to build one of your own and you need help with anything, just let me know in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video.